Do you ever just look at a player and think, they're good, but there's something missing that can make them better and it is confusing me? If you say no, you're simply wrong. Well, this is me with Marquise Brown. He's shown flashes throughout his career and seems to be putting it together this season with Lamar and crew, but it still seems as if there is something that is not there that can still make him better, making him the most confusing player in the NFL. But before I get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated, helps me out a lot, so help a man out. Also, go check out @JerseyApparelUSA on Instagram for some high quality, cheap sports jerseys. You can get your favorite player's jersey in just 7 to 10 days with a simple Instagram DM. Now, let's talk about Marquise Brown. Going into the Ravens bye week, Marquise Brown currently has the 7th most receiving yards with 566, while also hauling in 6 touchdowns. And 4 of those touchdowns have been over 20 yards, which is tied for most in the league. And this is all only on 37 receptions, and he's also top 10 in PFF grade for receiving. He's playing spectacular, statistically wise at least. Well, until you look at the drops. It says that he has 3 drops, but I'm pretty sure he's dropped more than 3 balls. The drops are his biggest issue. 3 have come in big moments against the Lions. He also dropped a touchdown against the Chargers. So that's at least 4 right there. But somehow, even with all of his hand issues, he is still producing at an elite level right now, having at least 80 or more yards and a touchdown in 4 games so far this year. But another weird thing is, he's not doing that great in a lot of efficiency and value stats. He's 25th in DYAR, 28th in DVOA, 18th in effective yards, and his effective yards is less than his actual receiving yards, which means he is quote-unquote worse than what standard stats would indicate. But that stat is not perfect, as it kind of depends on usage. Either way, his efficiency with the drops and those stats is not the greatest, but he's still doing well in the standard box score numbers and in the film room. Even saying that, he definitely has improved from prior years. It just seems like he is more open now than ever before. Maybe this is due to scheming from Roman and Harbaugh. Maybe he just improved as a player. My guess? It's probably both. He's a notorious player for his drops, but also famous for his big playability. That is why he is so confusing for me. We see the drops against the Lions and Chargers, then we see the big plays against the Colts, the absolutely insane catch against the Bengals for a touchdown. It makes no sense to me, and to most people, why he is so good, yet has so many bad moments at the same time. Overall though, Marquise has been great. In every standard metric, he's been at the top of the league. He's looked great on film outside of the drops. No matter what, it seems as if he always has a step on his defender, has no problem getting open with his speed, but there still is that lingering issue with his hands. One thing I noticed was the 14 targets against the Bengals. Lamar is starting to trust Marquise more than ever before, but a lot of those targets in that game were poor throws or poor decisions, so he didn't catch many of them. There were 1 or 2 throws to double teams, but 3 bad throws to Marquise in that game, accuracy-wise. However, Lamar still has progressed as a passer this season, and that is very evident in most of his games and throws, especially the Colts game. Outside the Bengals game, Lamar's been great passing the ball this year, and is averaging the most attempts per game with 32, and that has been a huge benefactor for Brown's development this year and his standout performances. Lamar has been incredible before, but I think this may be his, for most quarterbacks, best, but second best season to date. And passing the ball more obviously means more volume for players like Marquise Brown and Mark Andrews. So it is pretty easy to see that that is one of the reasons for Marquise breaking out, as well as Mark Andrews. Another thing that definitely helps, but pains me to say, is all the injuries to this offense and the team in general. All the running backs, Dobbins, Gus Edwards, and Justice Hill, all got major injuries and left the team with no running back to work with. Now they have Lat Murray, Freeman, and Le'Veon Bell. But none of those guys can carry the load that we expected J.K. Dobbins to do, or potentially Gus Edwards. Clearly, Harbaugh, Roman, and Lamar realized they have to rely on the pass game more, leading to Lamar having his big success so far, along with Marquise, Andrews, and hell, even Bateman through his first 2 games has looked really good. It sounds terrible to say that injuries are benefiting another player or players, but it's a fact. The injuries to the whole team have benefited other players statistically. It's helped us as a fan see how good these players really are when given the full opportunity, which Ravens pass catchers have not had over the past 3.5 seasons with Lamar Jackson. Marquise Brown has played great and has the numbers and the film to back it up, but he's just so confusing because while he has the big plays, he also has these absolutely terrible plays where he just drops wide open passes, specifically touchdowns and deep balls this year. He obviously is not a top 10 receiver. I don't know if I would put him top 16 talent-wise either, but he still has the big playability any offense is looking for, and seems like this is the season it all comes together. But with a cost, that bewilders us as fans of the sport of football. And with all that being said, that is it for me, guys. Thank you for tuning into Fanatic Sports. If you made it this far into the video, come on, just give it a like and subscribe to the channel. All it takes like 2 seconds to do. Also, follow me on Instagram at FanaticSports25 and on Twitter and TikTok at FanaticSports. Before I go, what do you think of Marquise Brown? Is he playing at an elite level right now? Is he overvalued? Or are you just as confused as I am? Comment your thoughts down below.